Okay, the third button was search. It just called, so I hung up, the problems there with the exact system. So the third button is search. See, there's different options for search. One of them is do a pixel search. Choose a camera, and it gives you different options. Like, for example, you could clear all. It's gone. Then just say, I don't know, I care about motion right here. You go down the timeline, you could choose where in the timeline. Right now, just so basically what it will say is, from this time to this time. So from this time to this time, what does motion indicate in the green area? Go to the right, start search, and there'll be a listing. Anytime there is movement in the green box. So I think it helps out. I had to use this once when they had an issue, and something that could have taken, I don't know, a very long time was almost like a minute. Bam, I just found it right away. So that's kind of nice. As you can see, there's also options here. Export this event, export results to a file. Gives you those options. So go back to search again. So event search. That was a pixel search, by the way. Sorry. And then here again, we could choose a time event. Choose a camera. Start search. This is more of a basic one. I actually like the pixel search the best. Thumbnail search. This is just going to show you from what time to what time. I think in increments of 3 minutes. You could choose here duration. Start search, and it'll tell you within 3 minutes. Small. 3 minute. Increments, all of the snapshots there. Bookmarks. I didn't go for bookmarks. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back to the search. I'm sorry. Let's see. Let's go back. I'm back onto the same. This is live. I'm gonna go to recorded. And what this can do is, say there's an incident. I'm just gonna choose this camera for now. And say, I don't know, something that was very important happened at a certain time. Oh, there's some crazy guy here walking. And if you go to the left-hand side, you could bookmark it, like bookmark on a web, Internet Explorer or Firefox or something. Test, create a bookmark. You choose from which time to which time here, or again you can you can also drag it along in that yellow spot, from what time to what time. This is what you consider to be something I still highly recommend. It's got a protect bookmark feature here as well, but I still highly recommend you back this up if you find something critical, just in case something crazy happens, like there's lightning. Okay, and when you notice, you'll see like the yellow thing when you go back there. Again, you can search by bookmarks, so it'll just show up right there. Go back to that time. Notice that along the top here we have these windows, sort of like tabs on a browser. You could say, you could just leave them open, or you could just exit out of them, like you can with like modern browsers. So I think it's a neat function. Next button is export. So here, this is, just exporting. exporting so you could give it to somebody else. You know, again, you can mark it across like this, or you could, you know, I always like to do that because it seems to be so much more intuitive than putting in a, but you could also do from and to like that. It's only 35 seconds that I'm trying to export, but you know, just getting it smaller so a bit quicker. Click there, choose the cameras from that time to that time. Now it says export control center player. Also, you can choose the format. If you're gonna export that, this is the native format. I still like native very much. Native format. There will be no degradation in the picture, and also there will be no changes. If you change it to an AVI, this is for Windows Media Player, for example, then you are literally changing the picture to fit this format. These other options are more for like pictures, JPEG, PNG. You even save it as a PDF, which is kind of cool. So let's just do native. Click start export. Choose where you want to save it. I always like desktop. Give it a name. Whatever. Click save. And it's going to show up right there. This images. It's exported it. Oh, that's embarrassing. I'm scratching my back. And you could just, if you have the player, I think I'll just log on. Let's see here. Why you should not do stuff in front of the camera. So this is the player. Oops, you know, I hit the player first. It's all that, and then it sees on this TT and I'll click play and I'll just play back. So, okay. Okay, so that's that. Let's see here. Let me show you some other features which is useful. Now, please note, you know, I'm not on the. This is a question I get asked a lot. I'm not on this. I'm not showing the software. It's not on the screen. That doesn't mean it stops recording. As long as the computer is on, it'll be recording. You know, in IT talk, the recording software runs as a service. So as long as the computer is on, it should just start working right away and start recording. I'm gonna look, start it up again. New software. Just pop right back up. Okay, and it's gonna go back to the last screen you were on. So back to this, and some other features is if you see a picture, just click on it. So it's, you know, basically you're enabling this camera, or you're on this camera. I'm moving my mouse up and down, and it zooms in. That. You could also, if you hit the plus sign on top, you draw a box, and you know, it'll make that box like that. And the minus sign is, you know, if you click on it, it'll zoom out, basically. And right there's got the full screen. That's gonna get full screen. To get out of it, I think you hit escape. See, what other features are there? Well, I think that's about it. I mean, those are the main features of the system. So just to reiterate, please make sure that, you know, on the back of the computer and on the storage, you know, everything's plugged in. There should be two plugs onto the storage, one that says port 1 and one to the switch. And the switch should be on the ideally it's on the same switch as this computer. So on the switch should be this computer, this switch, and then on the 9 cameras. Ideally, doesn't have to, but I think it makes the performance a lot more stable and better. and there's four nicks on the back of the computer. All of them should have a connection on it. So if there's anything else, you know how to reach me. Thank you.